I'm Yazzy B. We've got a new single out at the minute called Only One. You can stream that on all platforms. Go and do it.
So what first got you into music?
I just always loved music. I started writing poetry when I was 13, and then when garage came about, I can remember being at school, and that's when I started MCing and putting lyrics onto music. So like the first ever beat I ever put lyrics onto was the Triplets beat. So yeah, that's kind of started it, and then so it's always been in me.
So is that what inspired you to start like making music then, would you say?
I think in like 2012 I got introduced to studio. So I was always writing. I was writing music. I can't even remember when I started, but then I got introduced to studio, and it was after I'd come out of prison. And I made a track called Get the Story Straight. And that's what it was, innit? I told my story through that. I went and distributed it to the people that were talking rubbish.
Is it? So,
Yeah,
so what sort of things were on the track?
The whole truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, the whole truth. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Same with Only One. It's all the truth.
So obviously, well, I'm gonna go to the whole. I didn't know you was in prison. Is that something you'd want? Are you okay talking about?
Yeah, it's all part of my journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to prison for a bit. I was meant to, if I would have got found guilty, that was like a 12-year sentence.
Yeah.
But I done like, just over a month, I think. I can't even really remember, you know.
Mm.
But it was long enough to know I don't want to go back there. If I would have had to stay there, I would have dealt with it, but it would have made me, I would have come out a beast, because I would have been so angry that I was there. So yeah. Yeah.
And do you use those sort of things, that kind of experience, you use that with your writing now to help you inspire?
Yeah. The thing is, what it is I think I went through certain things in my life so that I'm able to help other people, even if they've been through it and can't handle it, I can help them through that. And and then if I can prevent you, like if the younger I'm trying to get to them in it, and because it's not what it should be.
With your music, what would you say, like the type of sounds then or the sort of things that you kind of typically create then?
I'm a bit like Marmite, you know. I'm an acquired taste in it. So, but now as an artist now, I'll be anywhere and I'll jump on anything, and as long as it sits right with my spirit, as long as I can vibe to it. But I don't really know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an acquired taste in it. I'm a bit different.
So you know, when you're writing about things, and what is the sort of content that you would write? Is it all like true stories? Do you fabricate anything?
Nah, when I'm talking, everything's my truth. My music's my truth, innit? Everything I'm spitting, if it's about my life, it's all real. If there's shots fired, it's all real. The people that know, they know, innit? Like, that's what I do. But at the same time, and a lot of it's been very deep. Like, my music journey started, it was real deep. So people were like, why is she doing this? I've got a track called Insania. And that's like about my journey through my mental health. And it's real like, whoa. When I first made it, I listened to it 26 times on repeat, but I was not in a good place in it.
Yeah.
But it was like, the track makes people feel weird, and I see it in them when they're a bit troubled with the same darkness that I was troubled with. So, but yeah, everything's the truth. Now I have fun as well, so certain tunes now you'll hear, I'm just having fun with it. But if I'm given a concept, I can write to that concept.
Yeah.
I use my own life experiences to put myself in that situation. You get me? So, yeah. No made up shizzle around here. I nearly swore, but that's good.
What's your favourite song to perform then? Because I've seen you perform a few times, and I've got some, like, my favourites, but what is your favourite to perform? That you feel like, you know what, you get a really good reaction from?
It's What's My Name. When I perform that song, it's just crazy. Like, that's the first song that I've realised crowd interaction when you're performing is like you got to, as an artist, have some tracks where the crowd are interacting and singing back to you. It needs to be simple but effective in it, like it's mad. So what's my name? And because it's a bit naughty, it shocks them, like, yeah, it's mad, it makes people laugh. So, and I enjoy it because now I can have fun with it.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
So what's my name about? Like, if you can explain a little bit for us.
It's just, do you know what, it's the fun side to me, innit? That's what it is. And it's also like, I had this thing, you lot are gonna see, you lot are gonna know, innit? It's Yazzy B. That's who I am, that's what it is. And it's kind of, yeah, it's made it happen. When we were writing that track, Sir Dubs, my producer, I love him, shout out Sir Dubs. He was building the beat, and because I love reggae and I love dancehall, I've grown up with it. And one of the tunes was coming in my head in it as the beat was playing, and I was like, yeah, that's mad. And that's what it was, innit? So I'm like, what's my name? Yeah, they call me Yazzy B. Yeah, it's mad. And that's how it came about. So it was fun to make. One of my friends was there. I was writing the bars to the second bit, which I'm going to remake another song. It's cleaner. She was like, I was like, I can't say that. She's like, yeah, you can. Say it. Go on, I dare you. So my friends know, you know, if you dare me, yeah, I'm more time going to do it. That's like the tunnel thing. They dared me, yeah. So I did it. But don't be daring me no stupid days, because now I'm not like, I've got nothing to prove no more. But yeah, she dared me, so I did it. Yeah, it's fun.
So what kind of things like inspire you then and motivate you, just in general, not just like with music, but could be anything within your life?
You know what, I didn't used to have anything. I didn't used to understand, innit? Like, I didn't get it, I was confused, and I think a lot of people are, but now I know I'm on a mission. I'm like a woman on a mission. Like, every day, I'm blessed to wake up again. I give thanks to wake up. And I know that every step I take in this day, I'm supposed to take. If I'm going out my yard, I'm going to meet a couple of people, I'm supposed to meet them people. Like, it's just that motivates me to see what's next. Like, keep on going, see what's next. Because once you take them steps towards the light, man, it's so bright. And there's no more dark days.
100%.
Yeah.
And I feel like, obviously, talking with you off camera, you've just got so much to tell.
Yeah.
And you should either be a book, a movie, do you know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of content within you. But I was thinking, like, let's say there was going to be a Yazzy B movie, who would you have to play you as a character?
I don't know, because I would have to do it myself. It could only be me.
Yeah.
I don't know, innit? I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
Maybe it's something that you can go home and
think about
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because what kind of, like, aspects of you would that person have to have, do you think, to be able to pull you off authentically? Because you are like a really unique person.
But we all are, though, and I think that's what's important. I think that's what's been lost in society nowadays, is that nobody don't understand you're unique in it. Like, your individuality is your authenticity. Like, fam, embrace that. Yazzy B, sorry. Don't let nobody make you feel that you can't be who you want to be. I see so many people trapped, man. It makes me sad, innit? Like, yeah, it's mad. So that's why I'm just here. Magical unicorn. That's what I say to people. I'm like a magical unicorn. You sparkle everywhere. But the other side of that is like a caged beast that's not nice, and it's took, like, I've gone through a lot of darkness to get to this place, in it. And this is why I'm keep on pushing and doing what I'm doing, because there is a way out of the dark. Like, and when you're in it, you can't see it, but I'm just living proof. Like, you can get out. There's been times I've been locked myself in cupboards and writing words in myself with knives. Me now, I would never do that. I would never even be. I wasn't myself, in it. Like, I was so consumed with darkness and other people's darkness. Yeah, it's sad, man. But like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Once you take that step out, yeah, it's mad. And then all of a sudden you're blind in the darkness. The darkness can't come near you because you're blinding them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it. As soon as you switch on that light,
yeah, man,
there's no darkness there, is there?
Yeah.
Obviously, we can see that you've come a long way with, like I say, you've come Out That Darkness Into the Light, and you've got your new single Only One that's out.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen to a little freestyle of that as
Yeah.
well later on. And was that difficult for you to write then, like the lyrics to it, or was it easier now because you've turned another chapter?
You know, this track makes me laugh, yeah, because it does. But when that challenge come out, I was like, remember as well, I come from growing up in a garage, so it's already, it's connected with me, innit? So yeah, when it come out, I think I'd had writer's block for a bit, and I was going through some stuff, exactly like, yeah, I needed to get them bars out, I needed to release that. So it was like it was all meant to be, but I didn't find it hard to write because it's my truth. It's how I feel in it. So they went on to write what it was is, do I put this out or not? Yes, I flipping do.
I love how you kept that in.
Yes, I do, yeah, because that's what it is. People love to do this, speculating that. That's what it is, isn't it? So it went hard. I think it's hard when you're writing your truth. I think I really try and tell people to write, you know, even if you've never wrote before, innit? Write down how you're feeling. Turn it into a poem, because people say, oh, I can't do it. Everybody can write poetry. Everybody. You just haven't tried. But the reality of reading back what you've written, sometimes it's scary, innit? But you need to do that. I'm not scared of the truth. No one else should be either, unless you're lying.
Yeah. I think it's good because it shows authenticity, and it's also like a connection where people, when they hear the lyrics, because again, I've seen you perform that and people are screaming out the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just because you have been so raw and so open and so honest, because you could just write a track and just make up stuff and think, okay, this is kind of like what's selling.
Yeah,
and
no, that's not what, I don't sit right with me. That's not why I'm doing music. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing music because it helps me heal. So the right about then, I needed to get that and I didn't have a way of doing it because, yeah, I would have just been crazy.
Yeah. So this is a way for you, sort of like therapy, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Music's healing for the soul, man. That's my little, one of my quotes in it that will come with me all the way through my music journey. That's what it is.
Are you working on like any other things at the moment?
I've got a few things going on. You see, from the beginning, I've got a plan. Like, I've had this plan, and it's all happening. So, this thing's going. I need to crack on. Like, I've been making this album for years. Yeah, the album is coming in it, but it's just never been the time. But it's coming.
Yeah, there's that perfect timing.
Yeah, it's coming.
I feel like now probably is like your time is coming.
Everyone's waiting now. Everyone's expecting it now. They're waiting now. They want to see it.
They're anticipating the Yazzy B, what's her next move.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I like that. Because more time, I don't even know. Because I'm just going with the flow, but it's all happening, isn't it? Like, and
you sound like it was going to freestyle right then.
Like,
it was like a full-on freestyle. I don't even know. Go with the flow.
Let's take a quick break to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Drink Wagwan. You can find them on all of their socials at Drink Wagwan. Now let's get back to the episode.
Yeah, so if you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be? Because I know that you collaborated on this track, Only One, with a couple of Nottingham artists and then Polish Mike, who's from London. But is there anyone like in the music scene or up and coming, might even be people who we don't even know or never heard of? Do you know what I mean? Is there anyone who you're like, do you know what, I'd love to do a track with that person?
It's you. I'm telling you. It's you. I've done a few collabs, it's you. I can't wait.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't ask that question, so I would be the answer. These are my preset questions. No way.
Yeah.
Why?
Because look, I seen it. When on New Year's Eve, I seen it. When you took the mic, I've got the video on my phone. I can pull it up. Like, yeah, you need to do that, innit? That I can see it. I just know that because everything, you're so professional, innit? You're so good at what you do, yeah. But that day, that's gonna be you're gonna love it. Like, I just know when you come off stage, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love to see it. Because that's what I get now when I'm performing. That's why I love performing, man. Because in that 15-minute set, I'm having so much fun. You don't even know. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even like when I see my people singing back the words, I'm like, yeah, this is mad. And it just makes me smile because I know they're happy as well. My people have come along with me on the journey, innit? So they've watched it, so they're so buzzing, they're so happy. That makes me happy, man. And when I see other people swaying, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, is that one of the things that kind of motivates you as well, that keeps you going, because you know that your music is actually doing something for other people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just want to see people smile, man. It's just, it's sad, isn't it? Life's not as simple as everyone thinks. And I can't remember being young now, I can't wait to get old. Mate, dude, push, dude, it's not great. I say to my son, stay young in it, like as long as you need to, because yeah, I just want to see people smile. Music's the way. We have a message to spread as well, so I'm just like, keep going, Yaz.
Yeah, I love that. And then also the same thing, like going back to what you tell your son, because I'm the same. I would say that to young people, like, stop trying to rush to be grown. You're grown forever. Like, do you know what I mean? Once you reach a certain age, that's it. And then you leave home and you've got bills to pay and whatever. Enjoy being a child. You're talking about, obviously, not growing up too quickly, and that's what I say to like other young people, like, enjoy that time whilst you're a young person, because I think a lot of us, because I was the same, like growing up, and you just feel like, I want to be big.
Yeah, you can't wait to be grown, innit?
But like, what was your childhood like growing up?
You know what, it was mad. It was a bit mad. It's a bit all over. But what I do know now, I'm a parent myself, is my mum tried her best. Yeah, it's like every Christmas, every birthday, every summer holidays with being scared, she tried her best in it, but she was in some situations that I didn't understand when I was young. My dad was a little bit, he weren't the best of but it's, you know what, there's no handbook in it given to us, on how to be a perfect parent. And when I understood my dad's history and what's made him the way he is, I had to forgive my parents for certain things. That helped me be able to move on in it. Like, so it was a bit up and down, but yeah, it wasn't an easy ride. I come out,
But you've got to a point in your life where you're like, do you know what, I accept it, because again, I've had this conversation with people, and it's like what you said, you don't have a handbook, do you, when you're a parent?
There's no handbook,
and
man.
I think sometimes you don't realise until you have your own children, and you're going through stuff, and you just do the best that you can.
Yeah, you do the best you can, man. And even my dad, like, as much as he was wrong for doing certain things, he didn't know no better. Like, my dad's mum was not here. My dad came to this country when he was 6 with my granddad, God rest his soul. My granddad was a good man. Like, so when I deeped it, there's a lot more to it. That's for another time. But it's not my dad's fault. He knew no better. My mum, bless her, she's a strong woman. That's where I get my strength from. And yeah, she's I love mum. I love my family. I love my parents. But yeah, the childhood, we had fun though. My big brother, he made sure that we had fun as well. He looked after us, me and my little sister. So yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can see that's true as well. Like, it's the way that you look. It's like,
I love my
you're
brother.
having your flashbacks.
Yeah. My brother was, bless him, man. And you know what? He's a good man. Even his missus, his kids. Like, in my head, all these guys are so lost. Like, nowadays, it's not even their fault. We're just all lost, But there's some good men still out there. You know, like people like, some of my friends like, no, there's good men. You know why? My brother's a good man. Like, trust me. I love it. I love my brother. Gas him up. Shout out my brother. He's the one who inspired some of my music as well. That's what it is. Because my brother's white, but he growing up, he was listening to Sizzler and Capleton and all them music there in it. And he kind of showed me, and then the garage thing, my brother thinks he's got bars in it, so he loves Harley script. So like, he'll ring me up when he's drunk, he'll throw voice to me, so says I got some bars, man. But he's so proud of me now. So I can remember I was going through a certain patch, and he was not proud. He was pissed, but he didn't get it. And then he found out certain things that I'd been through, and then, as is my big brother, he felt bad. And I was like, bro, don't ever feel bad. He was like, no, I should have been there. No, it don't matter. We're here now, innit? I didn't want you involved in none of that because he's such a good guy, doesn't he? Gassing up my brother all day long.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So,
I love
my
that.
big brother, man.
So now he's so proud. He's looking at you,
Yeah.
like, all the things that you're achieving
Yeah.
and that you're doing.
And he's
he
like,
was
yeah.
a big part of that.
Yeah, because when I was going off the rails, he knew that there was so much more to me in it. But then at the same time, it's just mad. They're proud now. I'm a mum, my dad, because he's even my dad's Muslim, but my dad listens to music in it, like he listens to R&B and reggae music. So Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, that tune there just reminds me of my dad. Shabba Ranks, Shabba Ranks just reminds me of driving with my dad in the car. So yeah, and then my mum, she's like, yeah, Silly Games, one of my mum's favourite tunes.
Oh, yeah.
When I hear her sing that, it's mad in it, gives me goosebumps. So yeah, my family proud, man.
So your mum's a singer. Can she sing good?
She can sing good. She's not a singer, but she used to sing good. And my auntie who's passed away, my auntie Agnes, it's the karaoke thing, innit? So I've grown up seeing them singing and that, and it's just nuts, man.
So yeah, you're around quite a musical family then.
Yeah, but they don't know it.
Like, what's one thing that would surprise people if they knew it? Like, there's like one thing about you that people would be like, oh my God, I didn't know that about you. Like, what thing do you think?
Do you know what shocks people?
You're very like out there, aren't you, with everything? You're so truthful and so open.
Yeah.
Something that would really shock someone to be like, oh, I didn't know that about you.
It shocks people when I tell them I'm half Pakistani. I'm Scottish Pakistani, in it. Like, people are shocked. They're so shocked. That shocks people.
So the blonde hair.
I don't know, because remember, it's always different colours as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. What else? What would shock people? I can't even say that. Some things would shock people, that I do certain things that they think I don't, innit? I don't know, that some people can't even believe that I was ever violent as I was. And like, I was scrapping every week. I fought my whole life. Some people who meet me now, they can't even imagine me being that person, innit? So that's mad for me, because the anger was part of my life. I prayed so much for peace, like I didn't want to be angry no more, innit? So that's a bit mad. I don't know, When I step on stage as well, that shocks people. I think because I'm a bit reserved and I'm not shy, I'm far from shy, but I get this little anxiety thing. So when I step on stage, that shocks people. They didn't expect me to do that, or for that to come out of my mouth.
I think those things definitely would shock people.
I don't know what else.
Because the anger one, but I mean, it's one of those, like, it's like being a realist, isn't it? Where it's like, in parts it shocks me, and then in other parts it doesn't, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, we all have it in us, don't we? To be angry or whatever. But I think the whole side where you're like, I could be violent and brawling with people. I just think you're just such a babe. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm the most loved, even
because obviously it's the change that you've gone through as well.
Yeah, my dad trained me like Bruce Lee. My dad trained me like Bruce. My dad loves martial arts and he trained me like Bruce Lee. But I grew up in a lot of predominantly white areas. And when my mum left when I was 8, and I was living with my dad and my stepmom, God rest her soul. She was a beautiful woman. My brother and sister's mum, she's part of my creativity as well, because she used to draw in that, and I used to watch her in it. So that's all part of it. But when I went to live there, so they lived in like Keyworth. And at my first day of school, someone's, how now, brown cow. Well, my dad just told me, if people be like that to you, just punch him in the face, So that's because there was a few of it. And that's kind of what I ended up scrapping on my first day of school. There was a lot of racism. But yeah, I just kind of fought my whole way through life. And then I was in, obviously, violent relationships. Fight back makes it worse. Yeah, man, I'm done with the fighting now. I don't want to fight no more. So I found peace. But yeah, I was wild. I'm also on my last thingy as well, like the last fight we had, me and my sister and my friend. And it was with a guy, a guy hit my sister, and that's what made us go mad. But yeah, the judge was like, nah, you're going to jail. You're going back to jail. If you come here again, you'll go back to jail. I was like, yeah, that's it, I'm done.
It's like, that's it, I'm over it, I'm not going to do it.
And the thing is, I'm not angry no more, innit? I was so angry. And because, it was just mad. But, yeah.
Who would you say you look up to now then?
Me.
Because obviously I can see like you've got a lot of people in your childhood, because even you're talking about them, even though obviously you've been through something, but you're still, you can see it in your eyes that you still appreciate those people and all the people that brought things through.
Yeah. I don't know, do you know what? It's mad, because I kind of got this thing like, no one's above us and no one's below us, innit? We're all the same. So I don't really look up to no one. but people will inspire me in it, or people can make me keep pushing.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody I want to be like. I've never had that either, and I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people. A lot of people want to be like somebody else. No, be like you, then you'll be happy in it. So yeah, I don't know, but my brother, I say I love him, I love him. Like my brother, innit? I love him. He's you know what it is. He's a family man, and as he goes work, he grafts, he provides for his family. That's what it is, innit? He's a good man. Yeah, I look up to my brother. He's gonna cry when he sees it. He's not even gonna know. But yeah, my bro, man.
No, I think he's really gonna enjoy this when he looks back. Like this is a forever thing for him to see.
Do you know what it was? It's like you know, sometimes people put like his own teenage years was not what they should have been because he was looking after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can remember that. I can remember being a little shit.
Yeah.
I was like grassing on him to my mum and my mum come back like he had all his friends around. But yeah, my bro, I look up to him.
If you could turn back the clock,
yeah,
and go back to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell that person growing up?
it's mad, you know, because going back to my 18-year-old self is mad, because a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened in them next few years that really wasn't good in it, but I'm glad I went through it all. Certain things, if I didn't go through it, someone else would have. Maybe I stopped them from going through it. Certain things, yeah, you're stupid, but I had to learn in it. I had to learn from everything. So I wouldn't change nothing about my life, you know, even the horrible stuff. I'm doing dead good with this swearing thing, I swear. Even the horrible stuff, I would not change none of it, man. I wouldn't, but I think I'd tell myself to get out of it. I would have went. My mum always said to me, go and be an air hostess.
Yeah.
Go travel in it. She must have knew I wanted to travel. Yeah, I think I would have gone and not got distracted. But yeah, I don't regret nothing. I wouldn't pay more attention to the people you say your friends. You think are your friends. That in fact, that day, everybody's not your friend. That day would have stopped a lot of knives being in my back.
Yeah.
You get me? If I and I should have listened to my mum. Mum, you was right all along. I'm sorry. He was always right. Every one of them. Yeah, that's it. Listen to your mum. That's what people need to know, you know. You know, our mums have... I say this to my son all the time as well, you know. Listen to me, son, because I've got your best interests at heart, in it, more than anyone else. That's what it is. Listen to your mum, folks.
Truth. Okay, what advice would you give somebody who's looking to get into the music industry now and to follow in your footsteps? If they're like, yo, just saw Yazzy B in town, she's famous, she's doing bits right now with her track Only One, I want to be doing them things as well. Do you know what I mean? I want to be out there, I want to, you know, put a song out there.
Yeah, do it. Because you can. Because I did. That's what I think I'm doing this stuff for, innit? Because, yeah, you can. And I just believe everyone's got, well, I know, everyone's got their own story to tell, innit? And who the hell says your story is not as important as the next person's? Everyone's story is important. Even if, for some people think they haven't been through nothing. Yeah, you definitely have. Like, even if your story is full of roses, mate, still that's your story, innit? And someone else is going to appreciate that. So anyone who says they want to do it, I say do it. I'll help you. If you can't write a song, I will help you in it. Let's see. So yeah, yeah, do it. Yazzy B Firish on all social media. That's it. Yazzy B the Artist on YouTube. Yeah. Yazzy B. It's me. Only one, go and download it, stream it, play it, tell your friends, enter all the competitions, all the challenges. Do it. It's mad.